ratchet part of the show. Just do it.
Introduce yourself and the services that you provide.
Well, my name is Delta. Most people find me D Monet on Facebook. My company's called Light My Wine Candles. I make candles. I've been in business for 2 years, and I just, enjoy making your home smell good.
And making your home smell. I like that. And making your home smell good.
Yes.
But what I love is when I went to your Instagram page and I read your description. I like your description. What made you add sexy into the description?
Because that's just what it is. Ooh. It really is.
Scent is sexy.
The scent is sexy. You know what it's in, the vessel that it's in. I put them in champagne glasses. I put them in wine glasses. So you can get a different ambiance. When you're home.
Mm-hmm. I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Off topic, on topic at the same time. Mm-hmm. What's the first thing you notice when you meet a man? What catches your attention first? You're going to smell him first.
Correct.
If you got on the right cologne, you're going to smell him before you even see him.
Yes.
Yeah, because somebody got in my car today.
And you was probably like,
oh. But he was a young boy, and I was just like, who the fuck let this young boy out with this fucking cologne? And he was tall.
See? Don't start.
I was like, he had to be like 19, 18 years old. I was just really mad that somebody let him out the house like that.
Trying to be looking at Julian when he be trying to be like,
he said, Boss Bell said, what's the website?
LightMyWineCandles.com. I'm in the process of building that, almost finished with it. But you can find me on Instagram and Facebook, so just inbox me.
So, what has been one of your biggest challenges as an entrepreneur?
Just staying motivated.
Right. That is
a little bit, because you get tired, and you're like, gotta make candles, but it's a blessing at the same time, because I get orders, and I get a chance to express my creativity and make people feel good by the things that they're able to do with their candles.
Mm-hmm. I have a friend who always was like, he wants to go into business, he wants to be his own boss so he don't have to work, and I always used to tell him, like, you end up working more than you do when you have a regular 9 to 5. You don't want to work a 9 to 5 because you're tired of working 9 to 5, and you think owning your own business is going to be this luxury. But that's why it really has to be something that you really are passionate about and that you really want to do, because you are the go-to for everything.
If you don't make the money, you
right.
don't make the money.
Right. And so you still have to love it.
Right.
And that's where the motivation has to come in. Like,
seriously, because that's really, you see a lot of businesses going under simply because that's how they think. Like, I only have to work these hours. No, ma'am, you're working 24/7. You're always checking emails. You're always on social media.
And you're the person that they call.
Right.
Until
you get a team.
Right.
Until you get a team.
Do you think being an entrepreneur is like something that you're born with, like it's just a natural thing, or do you think people can be taught how to be a real successful entrepreneur?
As you see in this world right now, people are being taught. And they have no knowledge at all of the things that they get into. But I think you're not born with it, but you definitely got to tap into it if it's something that you want to do. Like, I never thought I was going to make candles, but my higher power led me to do that. During the pandemic. So.
I come from a family where I think, like, for me, from my experience with my family, like, my grandfather had an 8th grade education. He started a business, and he was so successful that he was able to give his wife a summer home. He had multiple homes. And learning about him growing up and watching my mother, I feel like it was just in her DNA.
Right.
Like my mother, just anybody who knows my mom, they'll say, like, she always talked about having a business. She always talked about owning her own business. And they would laugh at her and be like, how's she gonna do that? but she didn't because it was just like
ingrained
And
in
what
her.
she watched, you know,
Right.
the influence, you know,
right.
you know, everybody's not meant to be, you know.
Yeah, like let's get that
Boss.
established. Everybody not meant to be a boss. Some of y'all meant to be
Say it
workers.
again, cause
Some of y'all meant to be workers.
say
and
that.
y'all wonder why. And listen,
But
let me
that's why Simple Discuss is a no judgment zone. And I remember when I was younger, my stepmom, she's a doctor, and I remember we went to the gas station, and we were little kids, and we were in a car, and I was like, I don't know how I became like this little bougie little bitch at this age. But I was. I'm not like that no more, y'all. But I was for a little bit. I've experienced being poor. I've experienced some parts of the good life. And I remember we was at the gas station. I was like, ew, why would anybody want to be a gas attendant? And she was like, everybody don't have the same dream. Everybody don't want to be a doctor. Everybody don't want to be famous. Everybody don't want to be like, some people just want to live comfortably with a simple life. And there's nothing wrong with that. Know your lane.
stay in it. Cause there ain't no traffic there. It's when you start crossing over into my shit.
Right.
It up.
That's it and that's all.
Alright, so if you had to, since we talking about courting men tonight, because that's one of our that's our main topic. But we have Delta here with her candles and her sexiness, and she's a Pisces, so you know she gonna do you right. So if you had to set the perfect mood, say you've been dating a guy and it's going on like the third or fourth date, and you decide that you are going to cook him dinner, you're going to set out a nice ambiance, which one of your candles are you choosing? And what scent? Because you have the sprays too. Which ones are you spraying on the pillows, just in case you might take them back to the upper room?
Well, the pillow is going to get a little spray of Love Me Lavender.
Right, for relaxation.
Yes.
I don't know if I want them that relaxed though.
Love Me Lavender? That sounds nice.
Is lavender and what?
It's like lavender, like chamomile.
Yeah, I don't want them to fall asleep.
He ain't gonna fall asleep with a Pisces in the room.
Right.
Definitely not.
Sis, he is definitely not gonna fall asleep with a Pisces in the room.
Yeah, so.
But he gonna be nice though.
I'm just not gonna
Right.
comment.
Nice.
I'm just not gonna say nothing.
So what candles are we lighting?
Wine and Dine. That's one of my new ones. I love it.
Wine and
Wine and Dine. Yeah.
feed
so
me and fuck me.
That's it.
We love that over
That's
here.
Two of my favorite things.
Feed me and fuck me.
Yes.
Oh, and with some music.
Yeah.
Music,
Yeah.
feed me, fuck me.
Right.
This show is for adults only. Sign off if you're not used to women using the F word and all of that.
Because I say everything. I don't care.
So that's a nice combination. So we got some.
And what's the undertones of the? Well, I just renamed the candle "Feed Me and Fuck Me." But,
Now I gotta come up with that.
A feed me and fuck me candle.
I could probably, well, of course.
I mean, what's the undertones of the actual dine and what's it called? Dine and wine and dine. What's the undertones of that? I'm sorry.
She's just rebranding your
I
whole.
didn't do it on purpose. Make a spicy wine. A 21 pill rum.
I've been
That's
thinking
it.
about a lot. But it's more like a plum, tiny bit of musk. You know, for the man.
For the
You
man.
don't want it to be
Too sweet.
too sweet and too fruity. It's like literally just right. So, you know, if y'all want to try that, hit me up.
One of the things that impressed everybody, because for those that don't know, we took a business class together, the mayor of Atlantic City.
Yes. Shout out to Marty Small
And Cash.
and Miss Nicole from the African American Chamber of Commerce. Man, y'all are lit. You know, this is what brought us together. So
Yes,
we are
definitely.
very appreciative.
But when you did your presentation, I could tell everybody was just like, when you said you made incense, everybody was just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
You actually make these incense? Like, this black girl actually making incense? So how did that all come about? Like, what made you want to, like, incense, since you make incense?
Yeah, I got some other things coming up too. So please stay tuned. Candles is good. You know, I like candles, but I wanted to break into something else. And I understand everybody's not checking for candles all the time. So I wanted to, make the wax melts. You know, I got freshening sprays. I have incense, you know, and I have a couple of other things that I'm working on as well. So
did you have to go to school to learn this? How did you learn all this?
She has to be a chemist. To make any of those things, you have to be a chemist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Process, it's a science. It's a
How much of it does it take up your time? Like, how much time do you invest?
Well, now I'm kind of like
Full time.
in it, you know.
In the thick of it.
Correct. So I'm, you know, pretty much like, you know, getting it done within a timely manner.
I remember we did have that discussion after class one time. You was just like, I feel like I need to devote more time to what I want to do.
Yeah. And, you know, it's been working. God is good. I'm just trying to get my name out there, get my product out there, you know.
So make sure y'all hit her up. Christmas time is coming.
Yes.
Valentine's Day is right after that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I got baskets. I have whatever you need.
and
whatever you need.
Love attached to it. Because we Pisces, like, I know y'all tired of hearing me say ain't lying.
Listen, we lit.
We are lit. Like, water signs are lit, period.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
we lit.
So moving on to the relationship part of discussion. This is where y'all love it at. This is y'all favorite part right here.